Hey, what's up, you guys? So, this is the first
podcast episode. Look at us with our matching ears.
Look at us.
Oh my gosh, you actually wore yours.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Like, wear
Oh
them.
my gosh, and we have matching bracelets almost. What's yours say?
Crusties.
Crusties? Crusty crab.
Lexi made it for me.
Oh, really?
Okay, like a year ago.
Oh. Well,
2 years ago. So today we're gonna talk about high school.
yeah, we just had McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hence
Sorry
the
you guys
gross
couldn't have
cups.
any. Yeah.
Disgusting. But that's right. What happens?
But yeah, we're talking about high school today and trauma.
Oops.
If you may. So yeah. What was the worst thing that ever happened to you in high school? Do you have one? Like, do you have a moment?
You go first.
Okay, so I knew this bitch. And she was horrible. Like, she would call me a hobo. I did look awful in high school. Like, I had messy hair. I just didn't give a fuck about
you
anything.
don't tell that to someone. You don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not funny.
Like, whatever someone's appearance may be in high school, you don't, like, talk shit about someone's appearance. Because I could have said something horrible to her back. Because, let's be honest, she did not have, like, the best style. She didn't even dress up. And she would always, like, talk shit. So don't be that bitch in high school.
No.
Like, if you're, like...
No, even though we've been friends for years, I would still never call you a hobo.
Exactly.
And I would hope you wouldn't call me a hobo, because, like...
Yeah.
Like, wow.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have anything?
I
I just don't want to make this about me.
Let me think. I don't know. I was always a quiet one, so... I will have tea that I've heard from other people.
Oh! Are you gonna spill? Or no?
I don't know what we think.
We can, but you don't have to say names.
Alright. You remember that one time in, I think it was senior year or junior year? In class. It was psych. I sat in front of and someone else. And then behind him sat, you remember, he was a kid with curly hair. I would hear them, like, all the time talking about how, the times they wanna meet up to give up their drugs, it was weed. Like, he had weed in his backpack, like, all the time. He would always talk about, we're gonna meet there at, like, whatever time, and I'm like, oh my god, like, they're just saying this in class, like, who does that?
Wait, did we ever heard, or were they, like, whispering?
No, because we sat, like, all the way in the back.
Oh, yeah, so there was no way we could have heard that.
No.
Oh, damn.
I know, and then, you remember that one time, I don't know if you knew about that, but, I don't know if I told you, I don't know who I told, but the principal, not the principal, he was the dean,
okay.
the guy.
Oh.
Yeah. He came downstairs, it was like after lunch, I had that period after lunch, so after lunch, he came looking for and then, like, in the middle of a class.
Damn.
And then they took him out, and then apparently, like, the next day or whatever, they were talking, and I sat next to him, and they were talking about that, how he, like, ran away from the cops, because apparently the cops were here or something.
Oh my god.
He ran, yeah.
I never thought of as, like, a weed kid. Like,
wait.
Like, I know about, like, what he, like, I also know that he did, like, that he, like, she saw him or something, like,
really?
Smoking weed or whatever, like, at, like, on, like, 4th of July or something like that. I don't remember, like, the details, but I think she told me, and I was like, damn, I've never, like, actually pictured a weed kid.
I know, and then, like, the fact that sold it to, like, the people, like, his friends or whatever, like, oh
I never saw.
Yeah, I know, I didn't see him either, but,
like, I never saw that type of kid. Like, I always saw him as a nice kid.
Yeah,
I mean, not that, like, selling, like, drugs makes you a bad kid, because I don't think it does.
No.
But, like, because, I mean, he wants to make that bank, you know?
There are better ways to make money.
No, I know, exactly. But I'm just saying, since he was in high school, I feel like that was his, like, only options or whatever. I mean, you could get a job at McDonald's easily. But, like, I still don't see him as a bad kid. I'm not gonna, like, say, like, all these kids are bad kids. They're, like, nice kids. But you just never, like, saw them as, like, these types of kids. Should we talk about ourselves then?
Alright, sure.
So yeah, kids, if you're gonna like sell drugs, don't do it in school. Like,
or don't do it.
or don't do it in general.
Yeah.
Well, like, let's say if you were to sell drugs, just don't do it in like school.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it because no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Girl, don't do it. You don't know about
Not even a girl. I was just thinking about it.
I did it.
Yes. And I'm expelled from school.
Okay, you wanna know like the most stupid thing in high school or in school in general was the dress code.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wore sweaters every day, so.
I know, but like you know that they didn't do it for like the boys, they did it for like the men at the school, like teachers.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, you know, because you're like in a high school setting, and like they're grown ass men teaching you. It's so, and you know, not all of them, not all teachers are creepy, but you've heard of those like creepy ass teachers. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I ever met anyone creepy. Like, I don't think any of the
supposed to be creepy. Remember?
well, yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. So the dean at our school was like apparently like super creepy. We don't have to get into that though.
Yeah, I don't remember much of what happened.
I don't either. I just know something about a secretary or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Either way, no one at our school is gonna see this podcast.
Yeah.
And if you do, hey, what's up? Haven't seen you in like 2 years.
And thank God for that.
In a year? I said 2 years.
Yeah. What? No, because we graduated.
Yeah, like last year. It's almost gonna be 2 years in like May.
Oh, what? I'm confused. Time.
It's like a year and 5 months already, or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been graduated for a while.
Yeah, we retired.
We retired school. Honestly, I'm a lot happier than I was in high school. Like,
For real.
like I don't have a job right now.
You're unemployed, and I'm quitting my job, so.
We get to hang out more.
Yeah, it's fun. Thank God.
I'm getting a job soon, though. Hopefully.
That's what she says.
I want to work at Target. Let's work together. Come on. Let's apply together.
But.
Okay. Oh, should I talk more about?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So back to like that bitch that I talked about. So she would use me as an example to like twist my arm, and like, did I ever tell you this? No. Given by your expression, no. But like, she'd be like, so I did this to this person, and she would grab my arm and then twist it.
What the?
And like, this was while we were going to gym, and
But your hair looks so bad.
oh, thank you.
Where are you going?
Okay, anyway. So she would twist my arm, and that shit hurt. Like, she was horrible.
Without even asking you, like.
Even then, it's because she knew I would have said no anyway, and she would have been. I always thought she had something against me, cause like I remember like when I first met her, it was junior year, and I had to like take like a physics class where it's like. Because I failed my first physics class, so like they had to put me in like a lower one, and we only learned like astronomy, so it wasn't even physics and stuff like that. So yeah, like when I first met her, like she was so nice to me, and like she would talk to me, and then as time went by, and when we got to our senior year, she started being like a huge bitch to me, and like I remember even telling my, because I would go to this thing called a group in high school, and we would just talk, and she was in my group my senior year, but she wasn't there that day, so I was like, okay, I have to talk about this, and, like, I told the group leaders, and I told everyone in our group, like, what happened, and, I'm pretty sure my group leaders did talk to her, because, you know, we don't stand with bullying. And she apologized, but I was like, this has to be like some shitty ass like fake apology or something. And it's like, bro, like just you're a bitch, like that's it. And then there was like they were best friends. These like
they were?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Ooh.
You didn't know about that?
No.
I mean, it makes sense though because they're both like huge bitches in high school. They were honestly pick-me's.
It was way too personal. She talked about her boyfriend.
I was about to get to that. Yeah.
About her boyfriend, like, girl, I don't want to be here.
She would talk about her sex life.
I don't want to be here. The monkey emoji.
Girls of God. No, I'm just kidding. I'm far from that.
For real.
I'm just kidding. No, but like, was a piece of shit. I hated her.
Cringe. I'm traumatized now.
Like,
she was never my friend, but I was around y'all. That y'all were friends with her.
I wasn't friends with her. Honestly, I was just like, I just saw her as an acquaintance. Honestly, because like I didn't want to be friends with a bitch like that. Like, those types of people are horrible. Lexi's sister, or not sister, Lexi's cousin, had to live with her. And Lexi says that her cousin hates her. Like, she hates her.
Bruh, how do you live with that?
Yeah, exactly. And, like, she would talk, like we're just saying, she would talk about her sex life. And she would go into detail. And, like, no one asked. Like, no one asked. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, I did not consent to this energy.
Exactly. Like, oh, I fucking hated that bitch.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, oh my god. Do you remember? She would do the same thing. So she would talk about her shit so loud, like in the hallways. She was a loud ass bitch. She wanted people to know what her shit she was talking about. Like, it was so embarrassing. I hated being around her when she was talking about like.
Was she talking about sex or
everything, just anything?
Was it like her personal life?
Yes, like talking about like people who make her mad, and then how her voice, she's so loud. She like makes it a point to be loud, and then people look at her. And like she knows she's being loud. She knows she doesn't have to do it. It's so annoying. Like,
I was a nice person. Like when I met, like she was never a bitch to us. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, she was actually genuinely nice unless you pissed her off. Like, that's how I saw it. So I have nothing against her, but she was pretty loud. Like, I'm loud, but I don't think I'm loud.
But she's, like, rude loud. She's, like, a rude kind of loud. Like,
yeah, like, me, it's,
she's
like,
loud
more...
to be loud. You're loud just for, like...
Because I'm energetic as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's just my personality. Like, right now, I'm, like, literally screaming.
Glitter emojis. My personality.
I love this pod already, honestly. No, but yeah, like, if you're in high school right now, don't be a bitch. Like, no one likes pick-me's in high school. We're all just like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. That's literally everybody in high school. Like, no one cares about your life. That sounds so No, but it's true. Like, no one, like, gives a fuck about your personal life. If you're friends with, like, those snake-type people, obviously they're gonna care about your life because they want, like, to have, like, dirt on you.
Yeah.
If you make them mad in the future, you know? Yeah. Luckily for me, I was not friends with those bitches.
Same. I had, like, 2 friends in high school.
I had, like, 8 or 10.
Wow, I was just being dramatic, and you're like, no, I had way more, actually.
I had more than that, but I probably had, like,
She's
2
like,
groups. No. I had, like, 2 groups of friends. That was, like, it. You had more, obviously. You were just being dramatic. We probably had, like, the same amount anyway. No, yeah, I wasn't like popular in high school, and honestly, I'm glad for that.
I had like friends that I would only talk to in class. You know, I had a lot of those friends.
Oh, okay. Like those
class friends, I guess.
That's nice though, because when you're in high school, you kind of want friends in classes.
Yeah.
Cause like it's, you know, when like teachers pair you up, I hate that shit.
Or getting in groups.
Fucking hated that.
No.
Like the only class that it was easy for us to get in groups was when in English class our junior year, because it was you, me, and Lexi. Even then, they didn't let us be in groups, did they? Like they picked our groups.
Yeah.
That shit was nasty. That shit was nasty. I couldn't. Listen, I didn't mind our classmates in our English class that much. There was like really nice kids in there, but like. Sometimes I was just like, get me out of this fucking class. No. She gave us so much fucking work.
Really? I don't remember that part.
Like,
she was nice.
She was a nice teacher. I loved her.
We're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I always thought she was funny. Like
she was hilarious.
Jokes. I was like,
do you remember? What were you gonna say?
No, I was just be like, that I was the only one laughing at her jokes. Cause she's not funny. Everything she said, I thought was funny.
I thought
everything she said.
I thought she was hilarious too, but like, but I don't think I ever got. I don't think she ever got a giggle out of me. But like, I think there was this one time though with the Great Gatsby thing, you know, and she was reading it out loud to us, and she's like talking about like how Nick and like the guy had sex, or whatever, because they were drunk and like no one got it, and she's like. They were in the same bed together. Like she was expecting a like huge reaction from us, like what the fuck?
She's homophobic.
No, but like we were all just like, oh yeah, we know about gay sex. Whatever.
I was on Wattpad. Every Wattpad. No, you nodding. No. Exposed. I think we really got exposed with that one.
You imagine?
What is going on?
It's because I was laughing so hard. Okay. But she said her like 6th period class or whatever reacted more than us. We were just like this.
Yeah.
And when like her 6th grade was like, what the fuck? Or whatever. However they were.
They're homophobic.
Like it's like.
They say fruity derogatory. They call it just fruity on purpose.
Maybe they were gay.
I guess we never know.
Quirky. Okay. So there were the pick me girls in high school. What other girls? The loudest fuck ones.
Yeah.
The sex. The sex. The sax addicts.
Sex? Say going on that.
Sex.
I don't think anyone was on the jazz band.
No, I meant the sex addicts.
Yeah.
I fixed that.
Art kids, band kids. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. The geeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think she was like all that, honestly. I feel like she thought she was all that in high school.
Nobody liked her.
She was a pick me, huh? Right?
She was so annoying. Everything was about her. She was so loud.
The only people who liked her were her friends. And even then, I feel like her friends didn't really like her.
Because she would get loud.
Look at us spilling tea about some people. So, what do you think of high school? Like, I thought it was like a traumatizing hellhole experience. I think everything got better after like my freshman year. I was depressed.
If I had friends in every single class, I'd be fine. But I didn't, so I'm not fine.
I didn't either. I think there were some like classes where like I was alone.
Yeah, and Child development was the worst class to be alone in. I hated being
Oh
alone.
my god. I had Charmaine in there, so
Exactly.
I was okay. I was okay. But like, they were pick-me girls in my child development class though. Like, it was horrible. Mm-hmm. But like,
people were nice though.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes it was horrible. But like, okay, the worst class I probably ever had in high school was driver's ed.
I didn't have her.
She hit my hand the first time I ever drove with her.
Babe.
Like, I'll tell you how it happened too. So I was driving. This was my first time ever driving a car. Too, by the way, because my dad would get home late, so it's like, no, you can't really drive at night. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're like starting out, you have to drive during the day until you're like more of an experienced driver, and then you start driving at night. And my mom, she's scared of getting in a car with me, which is understandable because she's scared with anyone except my dad and her. But anyway, so like I think I even told her afterwards, like, this was my first time in a car, like. But like anyway, I remember driving and she smacked my hand, and then she was fighting for the wheel with me.
What the?
She's like, don't fight me, don't fight me, don't fight
me.
Yeah, and like.
Wait, who was your buddy? I think I know who that is.
It was horrible. Like, ever since that day, I didn't want to drive in driver's ed. Like, I didn't drive. I refused. I would lie. Like, it was that bad that I would lie that I did not have my permit.
Bro.
Like, I would tell her I don't have my permit. And I would have it in my backpack. It was that bad. Like that point where you're traumatized.
Damn.
Oh, apparently she has a DUI.
How do you know?
My brother told me.
Wait, when? When was this?
I don't know, but my brother said that I think one of his friends told him.
How is she a driver's teacher? Is that allowed? How's that allowed?
No, I think this was like after like driver's ed too. I think this happened recently. I think this happened last year actually.
So then how do you find out?
I think one of his buddies like has a sibling, maybe. I don't know. But like she got a DUI. It was such a horrible experience. Like I hated every second of it.
Damn, I don't remember who was the other lady teacher? Since she had my sister before.
She was actually my driver's ed teacher. Like she was the main teacher. So you know how like, oh wait, you took, I don't know how like different it is. Actually, yeah, it's probably a lot different.
Yeah,
like
because we didn't do the.
Yeah, so there was 2 teachers. Yeah, there was 2 teachers, and and then there was a study hall teacher sometimes, and I think I had 2. He was so nice. Huh?
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, like that experience like was so awful. If I have to like drive in a car, like if I have to drive a car, it has to be like with my dad or like my brother Alex because that bitch traumatized me.
Bro, you should have done it in Arizona a little bit.
Yeah, it's whatever.
But you don't have your car.
Yeah, and then I would have to drive on in my brother's truck. So it's like, yeah. But like, it was so awful.
Yeah.
So, moral of the story, if you're gonna take driver's ed, don't take it in high school. Or like...
I did it in the summer, so I was chilling.
It's better to... I would say take it in the summer.
Yeah, if that's an option for y'all.
Like, if you have it in... Like, if that's your option, like, take it. Like, okay, we won't ever freak out on you guys in the car, you know. Bitch, that was a fucking lie.
So that was a fucking lie. Apparently she didn't like any of the girls. She only liked the guys.
We're just gonna end the video here. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
Don't tweet us at David Dobrik.
But we hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of this podcast.
Thanks for staying for the end if you have. If not, you're racist.
Just because we're Latina.
That's because we do.
Screams in Latina. Cries in Latina.
Cries and throws up.
That's so me. I'm kidding. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe. If not, you're fucking racist. And homophobic. Mm-hmm. And what else? And misogynistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was my thumb.
This podcast proves that women are in fact funny, and you men are fucking stupid.
That's true. That last part's true.
Anyways, peace out.